I told my fiancé I won't marry him unless he stops financially supporting his adult sister who refuses to work. And now his entire family is calling me cruel for making him choose between his family and our future when she's been through trauma and needs his help. My fiancé, Ryan, and I have been together for 4 years. He's 31, I'm 29. We got engaged 6 months ago and have been planning our wedding for next summer. Everything was going great until I really started looking at our finances as we talked about buying a house together. Ryan has a sister, Chelsea, who's 28. From what I understand, she had a rough time in her early 20s. She was in an abusive relationship, struggled with depression, and had some job instability. I've always been sympathetic to what she went through. But here's the thing, that was 5 years ago. She's been living with their parents since then. And for the past 3 years, Ryan has been sending her $1,200 a month. I didn't know the full extent of it until recently. I knew he helped her out sometimes, but I thought it was occasional, not a fixed monthly payment that's been going on for years. When I found out, I asked Ryan about it. He said Chelsea is still recovering and needs support. I asked what she does all day. He said she's figuring things out and taking online courses here and there. I pushed for more details. Turns out Chelsea hasn't had a job in 3 years. She doesn't have a disability that prevents her from working. She's physically and mentally capable, according to Ryan, just not ready to enter the workforce again. She lives rent-free with their parents, and Ryan sends her money for personal expenses, her car payment, insurance, shopping, whatever she needs. I did the math. Over 3 years, Ryan has given his sister over $43,000. We've been talking about saving for a house down payment, and he's been saying money is tight. Now I know why. I told Ryan I was uncomfortable with this arrangement continuing after we're married. He got defensive and said Chelsea is his sister, and he can't just abandon her. I said I wasn't asking him to abandon her. I was asking him to stop being her ATM when she's a grown adult who could work. Ryan said, I don't understand what Chelsea has been through. I said I sympathize, but it's been 5 years since her relationship ended and 3 years of Ryan funding her entire existence. At some point, she needs to take steps toward independence. He said their parents are older and can't support her forever, so he's stepping up. I said that's exactly the problem. Everyone is enabling her to not help herself. Ryan said I was being cold and that family takes care of each other. I asked him directly, when does this end? He didn't have an answer. I asked if he planned to support his sister financially for the rest of our lives. He said he hoped she'd get back on her feet eventually, but he couldn't put a timeline on someone's healing. That's when I told him I won't marry him if this continues. I said I can't build a life with someone who's indefinitely financially responsible for another adult who won't work. Ryan was shocked. He said I was giving him an ultimatum and that wasn't fair. I said I was being honest about what I can accept in a marriage. I told him we could postpone the wedding until Chelsea is self-sufficient, or he could set a firm timeline for ending the payments, but I won't legally tie my finances to someone who's committed to supporting another adult with no end date. Ryan said I was asking him to choose between me and his sister. I said I was asking him to help his sister become independent rather than keeping her dependent. He said after everything Chelsea went through, she deserves compassion and support. I said compassion can look like encouraging therapy, job training, or setting goals, not just handing over money every month for years with no expectations. Ryan's family found out about our argument. His mother called me heartless. She said Chelsea is fragile and that cutting her off could trigger a mental health crisis. Ryan's dad said I don't understand family loyalty. Chelsea sent me a long text about how she's doing her best and didn't ask to have trauma. Ryan's been staying at his parents' house for a week. He says he needs space to think. My best friend says I'm being reasonable. My sister thinks I'm being too rigid and that family support is complicated. Am I the asshole?